What's up guys, it's your favorite Kiwi coach. Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be showing you guys some equations utilizing ball flight laws so you can start understanding what is actually really causing the curvature of your ball flight out there on the course. If you guys can understand these equations, you guys are going to be so much better, so much further along than the average amateur golfer. And I'm hoping you guys should be able to control your ball flight much better. So without further ado, let's go do this thing. So welcome back to the channel, guys. If you guys are new to Kiwi Golf Japan, we do a bunch of videos like this every single week. So what you got to go do is hit that little red subscribe button, smash the like button, please leave me a comment, let me know what you guys think about this style of video, and as always, hit that little bell notification. You guys are going to get notified every single time I drop a video. Alright guys, so like I said in the intro, this is going to be some equations and kind of how you can start seeing what is going to be causing the curvature. This is really kind of TrackMan 101 or just ball flight laws, the modern ball flight laws 101. It's very basic, simple ideas, and I shouldn't even say hopefully, I know you guys will be able to understand this and be able to use this out there on the course. So let's go over the first little equation I got up here. So I want you guys to take a look here. So we got a couple things right here. So CP is going to stand for club path, right? So if you guys don't understand club path, again, it's where the sweet spot is traveling at the moment of impact. And impact is when the golf ball is at its most squished state or its maximum compression state. That is going to be when this is measured. Now face angle, which is the other one, which is this one right here, FA, face angle, is where that sweet spot is directed at the moment of impact. So not where it's traveling, where it's directed or pointing relative to that target line. So the relationship between those two is going to cause curvature, right? So think about face angle is where the golf ball is going to start, right? About 75% of the initial direction with irons. And then club path is really what's curving the golf ball, right? So club path relative to the face angle, that's what's going to be causing the curvature of the golf ball. So let's take a look at this example. So we had a club path that was +3, right? So 3 degrees in to out. And we had a face angle that was +1, so 1 degree open to the target line. And you're going to see this in this little YX graph right here. So club path is this one, face angle is this one. Now, because the face angle, which is +1, is actually to the left of the club path, we're going to see this golf ball actually curve off to the left. So let me kind of draw that for you right now. This would be what that golf ball would look like. So I'm going to draw the target line, and then I'm going to draw kind of the shot. So it looks something on the lines like this. So this is a really crude drawing, but you can kind of see what I mean. It starts a little bit right at the target line and then draws back. The amount that it draws is really relative to the club head speed, right? So what club you're hitting. But again, this is what it's going to be doing. It's going to start somewhere right at that target line and then draw back. So that is a basic formula. Now, why is that so powerful? Why is that so important to us? Well, if we understand that face angle, right, is different to club path, we can start affecting or manipulating some of these data points to fix certain curvature misses. Let me kind of explain. Let's take the common hooker of the golf ball, right? Let's take someone who hooks the golf ball quite a bit. So I'm going to draw another equation. So we're going to say that this player has a club path of, let's say, +7. Let's say this player has a face angle of -2, right? This is something that you'll see, or at least we see in lessons with someone who is hooking the golf ball quite a bit. So let me draw this up real quick, and let's kind of work this equation out. So as you can see, we have a club path of +7, a face angle of -2, and you can see that represented on this YX graph right here. So +7 club path, face angle -2. Now, because this face angle, this -2 number right here, is hittery or left of the club path, the golf ball, yes, is going to curve to the left. Now, also, if you notice, it's about 9 degrees away from the club path, right? So that's a 9-degree face to path in a negative sense. That's going to lead to a spin axis that is quite tilted to the left with that golf ball. It's going to curve quite a lot. Depending on the club, it's going to curve. So maybe driver, that could curve up to 40 yards, depending on club head speed as well. Irons, it's going to curve maybe like 30 yards to 25 yards. Again, this is all relative to club head speed. So what do we kind of learn there? Well, if we know that face angle or face to path is going to cause our curvature, what could we fix with this player? Well, there's a couple things that you could do to fix this player. The first thing you could fix is that face angle. So you could keep the club path of this player. So you on the course, that means that you're not going to feel like you swing left or swing right more. You're going to feel like you're swinging in the same direction, But what you're going to try to fix is you're going to try to fix this face angle. So you're not going to try to get the toe of the club coming into the ball so closed. You're going to try to keep it a little bit more open. And if you could get this face angle, let's say positive 3, 3.5, or 2 degrees, something on those lines, you're probably going to see a golf ball that curves much left, or less left, excuse me, and it's also going to not start to the left as well of the target line. It'll start a little bit right and then draw back. That would be a way that you could fix that. In terms of swing mechanics, what could you do? Well, you could have a lot less maybe supination through the golf ball, right? You could take off maybe some of this flexion on the downswing. Those would be some ideas. Also, another thing to think about is strike point. Were you hitting it on the heel before? That could potentially close the face angle more. So trying to move the strike a little bit more towards the sweet spot or even toe, that could definitely help with that face angle. Those would be some ways that you could fix it the first way. Another way you could fix it, which is more popular these days, and I think for the better player could be a better way to fix it as well, you could also shift this club path maybe to like +3, +2 range, and also shift the face angle. Now, the reason why I don't like that option for amateur golfers is because now you got to fix two things, right? So now you have to think about a different club path, swing direction, all that stuff, and a different face angle. It could become too complex for you guys out there on the golf course, especially if you're not a pro golfer and you're not having a TrackMan every single day. It could be difficult for you to do. But for you professional golfers out there, or for you guys who are more competent when you're playing golf, you feel like you could do this, that would definitely be a way to minimize your curvature, as well as you're going to see a shot that starts a lot closer to the target line and stays a lot closer to the target line. That could be a way that you guys could reduce your curvature. To do that with swing mechanics, well, you're probably not going to want to do stuff like tilting your body this way. You probably don't want to feel like you keep your chest and your hip line closed for very long. You're probably not going to want to get your hand path so far behind you, right? Implementing some swing mechanics like that should potentially shift your swing direction, which ultimately should shift your club path a little bit closer to that 0 number. If you get to +3, +2, and then your face angle is about +1, +2, you'll probably hit a little bit closer of just a little baby draw, right? That'd be a way to kind of fix that. So hopefully you're seeing how this could be very powerful in the course. I always tell my clients, it's like, hey, if you have a certain miss, you should be able to fix that miss. You should be able to find the opposite side. Once you find the opposite side and you fix that curvature, and if anything it's curved in the opposite way, then you got to play the dial it back game. To do this, you're going to have to obviously change your club path average so slightly, or your face angle, or both. Again, for most of you guys out there, I think I recommend the face angle almost all the time. Club path for some people is easier to fix. Again, this is something you need to test, but I would say the majority of amateur golfers have a lot easier time changing the face angle than they do the club path. But it just, again, depends on the player. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Again, this is a very simple, basic fundamentals of ball flight laws in terms of curvature and how you can start using these out on the golf course. If you guys like this video, make sure to go share it with your friends, as well as subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell notification. Also, make sure to check out our website. We have a bunch of products where you can actually see live lessons from me, like our Kiwi Coach live lesson webinar. You can get 2 full 2-hour lessons. That's 4 hours of instruction that you can receive. Also, we have a bunch of webinar recordings. If you want to know the correct checkpoints for P1 through P10 with irons, or P1 through P4 with driver, you can check those out as well. We also have some webinars regarding the GG, Japanese GG swing, how to use analysis software. Bunch of great products there on the website right now, so go check those links down below. Other than that, guys, I'll see you in the next video.